All right, if you're okay, cut. All right, if you're hoping to run ads or you're trying to figure out how do I run ads on Facebook? Well, it's pretty simple. There's several things you need. One is you need a business page, but most importantly, you need an ad account. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to set up an ad account. All right, before we set up our ad account, I think I should tell you what an ad account is. Essentially, it's a place where you put your billing information. It allows you to pay for your ad to run on the Facebook or Instagram platform, but it also is a place where you can manage your ads, your creative, your copy, the type of ad that you want to run. And if you set it up the way that I'm going to show you through Business Manager, it allows you to actually allow other people access to it. The reason I recommend Business Manager for this is that you maintain access and ownership of your ad account, but you can extend privileges to your agency, to an employee that works for you, and they don't necessarily have to see your billing information. So it's important to set up an ad account through Business Managers. There's 3 primary ways to get an ad account into your Business Manager account. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so now we're about to set up our ad account, and I want to go through a few things. So if you don't have one set up, inside of your Business Manager, you're going to have this here where it says go to business settings. Now we can also get there by clicking here. If we were trying to get to Ads Manager, we click that button, it's going to give us the same message, go to your business settings. Now, if you don't have this message or you're like, is there another way to get to business settings? Yes, there is. The way that you would get to your business settings is by clicking the gear. If you click that gear, it will also take you to your business settings. So which one do you click? Doesn't matter. Click whichever one you want. So I'll click here. This takes me to my business settings. Business settings is where you can manage so many different elements of your Business Manager. But for now, we're going to stay focused on ad accounts. If I collapse here, you'll see that I have different options for users, accounts, data sources, brand safety. You've seen me use data sources or even brand safety before when we were verifying and setting up your pixel. But in this one, we're actually setting up an ad account. So this will show you the options that you have there attached to your accounts. So what I'm going to do, let's just expand this a little bit. I'm going to click add. When you want to add, there's 3 different ways that we can add. So I'll go through these. We can add an ad account. So your business will control campaigns and billing for this ad account. Claiming an ad account moves it into your Business Manager. So let's say that you've run Facebook ads from your personal account and you have a business page, but you've never used Business Manager before. Or if you have a Business Manager that hasn't been claimed, you know the ad account ID, you can click here. If you click here, it'll take you through the prompts, and then you can actually own a previously existing account. Now, if you are maybe running ads for a business that you have that's associated with a different ad account, or you just want to request one to someone else's, so let's say that you are getting into marketing and advertising and you want to help a client out, you're actually going to set it up here where you request. The main thing here is that you need the ad account ID. If you don't have the ad account ID, you're not going to be able to add it. But in some cases, you can actually share your access with other folks and they can add you. But what we're going to do here is we're going to proceed as if you don't have an ad account. So if you don't have an ad account, we're going to create an ad account. So create a new ad account. You need a new ad account for your business. That's exactly what we need. So here we're just going to give this a YT test ad account. And then we're going to choose our time zone. Make sure to select the correct time zone. For now, we'll just use Los Angeles. That works well for me. And then your currency. So if you don't use US dollars, or that's not one currency you want to use for whatever you're doing, I would imagine that Facebook would actually choose the currency based off of your location. So if that's not what you're using, go ahead and change that. Next thing we'll do, we'll click next. Actually, let me go back and show you. So Facebook is always changing something. So as you see here, we have a little message that says payment information has moved. You'll be able to add payment information after you create your account. So Facebook, what you're seeing me do now may change by the time you do it, but the mechanics of how I'm doing it are the same. As I was saying, there in one place we click the hamburger menu, but some of you might have a different menu. They're always changing. They're always trying to make it better. But just keep in mind, there's a few things that need to progress. You always will need an ad account. You always will need billing. So those things won't change. They might change how they show you. We'll click next. Is this going to be for my business or for another one? We're just going to click for my business. Once I click create, it's doing its magic. It's setting up an ad account for me. And then I need to add a person. So what I would do is add myself first, and then I'm going to give myself full control. As you see here, full control. But if we're working with other folks that we want to extend rights and privileges, we would give them some type of partial access. And you can read through these. From time to time, Facebook is always updating. So these might change a little bit, the roles that you can give out. But for now, because it's me, I'm going to give myself full control of my ad account. Once I click assign, so that's important. Remember, we're adding people and we're setting permissions for the people we add. So I can add other people later. I'm just going to click assign, and then you can see here, accounts successfully created. It gives me my ad account number, and it's associated with my business account. Right now I can add payment information, or I can add it later. I'm not going to add it right now, but at this point, let's go ahead and exit. At this point, the ad account is set up. Now you can always go back in, and usually under this arrow, we can click here. So if you want to go ahead and add it now, you could pause this video, go ahead and do it. But if for whatever reason you have to get back to your life and you want to come back and do it another time, once you're logged in here, you go to accounts, add account, you click on the correct ad account, and then you come up here to this arrow, click it, it'll give you an option to view your payment information or add more payment information. I do want to point out that once you have a business manager, you can set up a certain amount of ad accounts. So I would recommend you always set up 2 different ad accounts. There's times where Facebook might disable account just because their algorithm makes a mistake, or it could be because of the cards that you want to do. I always recommend having a backup ad account, and that way you're running ads from both, or you have one set up so that if you're in the middle of a big campaign, which I've had this happen a few times before, you're in the middle of a big campaign and Facebook disables an account, and then you're like, what am I going to do? The big event is in 3 days. I don't have the ad set up in another ad account. So those are things that you want to think about, is just go ahead and having a backup ad account, and we would go through the same process. But this time, because I already have an account, I would just click add right here. And then I have the 3 options I had before. I would just create a new ad account, and I'd go through the same process. So just having something set up, ready to go, protects you, gives you a little bit of hedge if you have a big campaign going. Okay, so that's it. If you like this content, go ahead and hit me with a subscribe, hit that like button, let Facebook and let Instagram, let everywhere, let YouTube know that you like this type of content. So feel free to share it with a friend that's running ads. But then if there's something that you feel I left out, drop that in the comments below and I'll make sure to respond. Until next time, thank you for watching this video. There will be many more coming out, so come back to the channel, make sure you're subscribed, hit that bell for notifications so you know when the next video is coming out. Until next time, take care. Adios.